Okay, I think I'm live. Waiting on our special guest for tonight. Um, and yeah, sorry. We had an incident tonight. I'm not ready. I should have waited another couple minutes before I hit the live button. Yeah, so lightning struck, hit a transformer, and took the power and our water out. So it's been a fun evening. We've been without power for like 3 hours now. Maybe longer. It's probably been a little longer. So yeah, fun night. Hey, hey, AC. Hey, cool gamer. How y'all doing tonight? I'm flustered, trying to get together, get everything together, and yeah, I'm just kind of everywhere right now. Whew, take a breath. Everyone will get here. Hey, Juju. Sorry, I had to send a message real quick. I'm waiting for our guest to arrive. I sent the link, just, accidentally sent that link to the wrong spot because, why not? Yeah, it's been a night already. So, uh, oh, well, my Skiffia are doing things, and I'm hoping I can get a camera on them in a minute because I gotta ask Fish Nerd some things. Uh, yeah, it's been a crazy day. I probably should have rescheduled, but you know me, I'm like the show must go on. I don't know when I've ever said that, but we're saying it tonight. Hey, April, how's it going? We did watch an episode of Black Mirror last night, and that kind of messed me up a little. I I, I knew it was going to be something. I didn't know it was going to be that something. So I will watch again. I'm back. Sorry about that. I really think it's because everything just came back up. My internet just kind of went zoop and then back on. Oh, oh, sorry, Mrs. C. Sorry it's so late tonight. I was really going to try to change it to a little earlier, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okie dokie. Oh boy. Okay, we're still there. All right, we're gonna try to get Dave set up while I'm waiting for Fishner to get here. Um, if I can find him. Yeah, this is yay! Finally, okay. It got yeah. It's swelter in here. That storm messed us up earlier. Okay, let me pop this bad boy up on the screen and see what's going on here. Hey, I found a fish nerd.
Hey,
Sorry, everything got all discombobulated tonight and it's so late. Oh boy. If we start having like really bad technical difficulties, we may have to like reschedule. Oh no, not again. Hello, fish nerd. Okay. I can't hear fish nerd.
okay, I'm probably going to
No.
be dealing with a little bit of a lag here. Let me. Silly me wants to watch. You know what? Closing that down. I'll stay right here,
Okay. All right.
and then
Sorry
I'll pull up the
about
stream
that.
on the
Like
phone.
everything, I don't know what's going on tonight, but yeah, man, tonight is like full of technical difficulties. Oh, so I got some questions to ask you because Diesel Skiffia have been kind of Skiffia and all over the place, and
Okay.
yeah, I think you know what, I'm gonna just show you, and you can tell me what you think because I'm probably gonna regret doing. You know what? I got an idea. I have an idea of how to do this. So I'm gonna try to do this on my phone. I'm gonna send myself another link and try to come in via my phone with a camera on, so I don't overload my laptop
Okay.
because I just see that being a problem. Oh,
Yeah.
let me see if I can
I've
try to
never
find my
kept
volume.
Skiffia myself, but they're the things they do are standard live bearer things. The men are worse than stupid captains of the high school football team. They're trying to knock up everything female they can find.
Oh, hey Grace.
Hi,
Yeah,
Grace.
I'm pretty sure that's what's been going on with these guys. Okay, let me. So I read the article that you sent me on them, and I would try to pull that up, but I'm still having. I'm like I'm afraid to do anything right now.
Well,
It's like no.
keep that article handy. It that is written up about the ancestors of the strain you have. So that's your collection point and everything.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, that was very interesting to read up on them. I got like through the first part before the power like just gave up on me. I was like, oh man. It's like literally like two paragraphs down and just everything went out and no internet. And I was like, I'm giving up here for tonight. But yeah, it wasn't even like storming that bad when the lightning struck everything.
Of course
It
not.
was.
Yes, Juju.
Now let's see if
You
I
like
can.
the Avatar, Juju.
You just like don't click anything. Oh my goodness, that's a well. I probably could have done that too. Yeah, last night I watched an episode of the show Black Mirror that Claire was streaming about with AC and everyone, and oh my goodness, the show that really did that messed me up a little. I was like, wow, that's
I
um,
started watching it, and then about 15 minutes in, I fell asleep. That's what happens when I sit down.
yeah. Okay, what? All right, I think I might have figured this out, but we will see how it goes. If anything, I'll just use my phone for a minute and then I'll come back. But it was a good
Okay.
show. Like, so let's see if I can.
Mm.
Okay, woohoo! I did it. I'm in
Woohoo!
two
Two
places at
Mounties.
once. Let me get this mic off of here. Oh, sorry about that.
Feedback.
Okay, now let's put this camera on here. Of course, now they went and hid.
Well, of course. That's typical fish behavior.
All right, we are gonna put this one on the big one. There we go. See if we can make this in bigger. Nope. Oh, see, this is not even cool. They should
So
totally have a way where I can.
guessing
Again,
you're
stick
wondering
on
about the
this one.
males flaring of the fins and twitching in front of them.
Oh, oh, yeah, like he's like standing up, dancing at her.
Yep. What that is the male saying, "Hey, I'm your guy. Ain't I good looking? Hold still while I put a baby in you."
Yeah, I kind of think we might already have that going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, let me just stand this up
And
here. Maybe you can see the little bitty picture. But yeah, some of these girls are getting kind of fat.
oh yeah, they will get fat. They when they get when their butt areas actually square off is when they're close to drop and fry.
Okay. Because now they used to okay, so now like they've gone from chasing all three of them to just chasing one.
Well, yeah, they'll chase regardless. But yeah, if I want to say that the females will drop one fry at a time, unlike guppies that when they decide to drop fry will drop anywhere from 5 to 50. But the Skiffia fry should be fairly large.
Okay, sorry about that. I had an echo going. That did not work because apparently, like no matter what I did, I couldn't get the other thing to mute. Sorry about that.
Our bad.
Oh, that was a bad idea. Like I'm afraid to plug the camera in because, yeah, that's just gonna make everything really bad. It's just gonna, yeah. So sorry, we're just gonna wing it tonight. I have questions. I'll try to keep asking them.
Now try to come up with answers.
Okay. So, other than okay, obviously they're doing like little mating dances, which is cool,
Exactly.
and I
Exactly.
need to like get more video of it happening because I mean he's just yeah the one I guess he's like the dominant fish,
Yes.
and he is he is like he kind of like chases the other boys off, and then he chases the
If I
girl.
remember right, I was told there's 2 males and 4 females.
Okay, I'm like two of the girls kind of like stick together, so I don't know if they're just like buddies.
Well, of course they are.
And like, and then like he's just trying to like chase one off at
You
a
know
time.
how you girls, when you go out to the club night, you have to take all your friends to the bathroom with you. Same way.
She's like, yeah, I'm just always gonna have a friend here. You're not slipping anything in my drink, Mister Skiffia. He's like, she's like, not tonight, buddy. And the little plecos, they're actually getting a little bigger. They started to eat the. I started giving them vegetables. They started to eat that. I was a
Oh
little
yes,
worried because
they
I put it
will
in
love it.
and they didn't touch it for like the first night. And I was like, well, I'm going to give it another 24 hours because I don't want it to like mess the water up too bad.
Right.
And
Zucchini and cucumber, what I saw you had in there, generally good for 2 days, and then yeah, then it'll create a mess. Sweet potato is actually good 3 to 4 days,
okay,
which is why I kind of like using sweet potato.
and yeah, I was that was so like that kind of irritated me because I went to go find sweet potatoes and the only thing they had at the store was like a big 5 pound bag of them, and I was like, we're not going to use that much sweet potato. I was like,
Mm,
it's going to go bad. It'll get forgotten about. And I was like,
not unless the family eats them. Not everybody cares to eat them.
yeah,
I like
and like yeah, and I do too, but like the kids will only eat them at like Thanksgiving Day. So
them.
yeah.
Cut them up like French
Um,
fries and air fry them.
Juju had a good question. Can the fish taste sweet?
That is a good question to debate. I don't know. I've
Yeah,
never been a fish.
it's like, do they have taste buds?
I would assume they do. I've noticed that some fish gravitate to some foods more than others. But yeah, my plecos, they will devour a green bean just as quickly as a sweet potato, as quickly as a Brussels sprout.
And that was something else. Like I noticed, like the snails. If I put broccoli or a green bean in, they'll go for that. Like the minute it drops
Oh
in, you
yeah,
can see all the snails run to it. So they've got to at
yes,
least be able to smell if they can't taste.
oh yes. Their sense of smell is very good,
Um,
and that is also a good way to reduce snail numbers is with you know a vegetable and let the snails get on it, pull it out, and you can remove the snails.
yeah, I've been trying to do that in my one tank. I've got like another tank set up just for the snails because I'm holding out hope for a pea puffer. I'm like, I'm gonna find one. There's got to be one out there for me somewhere. I'm gonna find that pea puffer.
I can find them, and I would recommend if you get pea puffers, uh, you want anywhere from 2 to 6 of them. They are social.
Yeah, I heard they like groups. Um, so I was
Not too
like,
many other
you know,
things you can really put in with them. Yeah, and not everybody can afford the boo 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 puffer and at $500 a piece or figure eight puffer or
yeah, did I see that is kind of like it kind of like hurts my heart because it's like I saw a moo puffer and I was like, I want the moo puffer, but then I heard how much the moo puffer cost, and I was like,
yes,
no,
yes, and puffers, all puffers have a personality of little water puppies. They're great,
yeah,
expensive
like
but great.
yeah, because like I was watching this one guy with his moo puffer. I really need to find the channel and pull it up, but he could literally put his arm in the tank, and the fish would come up and sit in his hand and like just chill there. And it was like, that is kind of cool. Not that I want to keep sticking my arm in the aquarium, but you
I
know,
wonder if you saw the aquarium co-op guy. He
I
has a
think
big
it might
800
have
gallon.
been.
Yeah, he has a big 800-gallon tank with the the star of his big puffer, and yeah, she's a character.
Yeah. Now, do they still have Murphy, or do they have a new one? Because the last time I saw it, it was one they were calling Murphy, but then they have another
That
one
could
called
be.
Ladybug or Ladybird.
I haven't watched his streams for a while. I'm stuck watching other silly things.
Yeah. Uh, what was it I've been watching? I've been watching a lot of Fatherfish and then Dr. Novak about the under gravel filters and natural fish keeping.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
like Dr. Novak, I kind of some of his stuff like he's like too aggressive with it. Like
yeah.
this is like the
Hang on.
best way.
I'm gonna address AC here. Tiger Oscars are great. Other fun little water puppies. No fish room is complete without one. I am so my fish room is not complete. I did have
I
one.
the Tiger Oscars, are they the ones that are like the red and black?
Yes.
Okay, that was when I lived in Oklahoma. I actually had one of those at Walmart. It got returned, and they were going to just flush him because he kind of had like a deformed fin, so he
Yeah.
would just swim kind of funny. And I was like, no, I'm taking this stupid little guy home with me. So I did. I literally went, got a bigger. I think the biggest one we had was like a 20-gallon aquarium. So I grabbed that and like the whole kit, and it was just gravel and a hang on bag filter. But it was better than him getting, flushed down the toilet.
Right.
And I had him for like 3 years. So he probably could have lived longer. He probably needed a bigger tank. And
Probably. A single Oscar eventually will grow up to a 55-gallon, which is a little tight. If you have two of them, you need at least a 75, if not 90 or 125. Yeah, they're great fish.
yeah. And
Don't get
see,
me wrong,
and I
all
didn't
kinds of
know
personality.
much.
I just don't keep them because they tend to get so big.
Yeah, I've been again, like I said, I didn't know much, but I was like, I'll just take him home, because he was a little guy at the store. You don't buy fish usually fully grown. Um,
No,
but yeah, I
because
just felt bad
they
for him.
ship better as youngins, and you get them young. And oh no, April and the exploding beta. Yeah, that happens. And I wish I could remember.
Yeah. Um, I was watching the chat, and Grace and
I
they're
see
talking
that.
about her kitty, and I kind of think that all the experts that say cats can't taste sweet are really in the wrong about that
Oh, they are. Um,
because
our little demon child knows ice cream, knows what it is, and you will give her some.
mhm. And they say they don't really like milk. Well, that's funny because I have cats. They go after my milk, go after my cereal. They go after, like if I have a piece of cake, as long as it's not chocolate, they can have some. Because, like, my sister will freak out if I give cats chocolate because I was like, you know, I'm tasting sweet. They might be wrong about the chocolate too. But, I get it. She doesn't want to take chances. So, but I really think that they are wrong, that they can taste sweet.
Oh,
Um,
of course they can. And yeah, our other cat, the little fat cat, yeah, he's proof.
yeah. And my sister-in-law's cat, she had this one cat. His name was Ruger, and those little French horns that you get them. They have the cream in them and the
Yep.
pastry. He would literally tear packages of them open if they left them out to get it the cream in them. He knew what they were, just like your little kitty knew about the ice cream. Like he knew those were his.
Yes. But yeah, and I'm sitting here thinking about the exploding beta. It's usually a digestive tract problem. Basically, they get blocked up, and usually by the time they show signs, it's too late. And then they start what's called pine coning, where all the scales stick up on end, and then soon after, yeah, they basically pop.
Oh,
It's bad, but as we all say, fish die and glass breaks. We'll try again.
yeah. Like okay. Oh, and I want to tell everyone about the blue shrimp. I have been trying to make videos with them, and I've got to figure out how to. I've got lighting coming for their tank, so I can black out the back finally, so they're not just um, using sunlight as their lighting for that tank because it's sitting kind of right in front of a window. But I have lights coming, and but they're all still doing good. And I have one that likes to climb up the ships. The ship has like a little net ladder that goes up to the sail on it,
Yep.
and he likes to hang out on there. And it's the funniest thing because I won't see him for like a day, and then the next day he's crawling right back up to the top of the ship, just like hanging out there.
Yep. Getting into the water flow and all the things that float past that he can eat.
Mhm. Like he's figured it out because like, it's the same little one because he's like the smallest little guy out of all of them, and he's not even as dark blue I've noticed as the others. And I'm pretty sure it's a guy because he doesn't have like the frill on his tail like the females have. So I'm pretty sure he's just a little guy. But I could be seeing that wrong too because he is a baby. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They're babies. They'll grow. They'll molt. They'll get bigger.
and they're chilling eating some broccoli right now. So I'm happy about that. They're finally picking at some food I'm putting in there, and I got their leaves
Good.
yesterday. So
The leaves will be a whole lot better than the broccoli,
yeah,
actually.
yeah, and I'm trying to lure some more snails out of that tank too. So
There you go.
I figured once the shrimp go away and all the snails are left, I'll just pluck that bad boy out. Kind of let the snails get out of hand.
Easy to do. Easy to do. I still say you should probably look to find a bogia loach, skunk loach of some sorts.
Um, I'm gonna start looking for that for the loaches. I've got the 20-gallon long ready to go ready for water to go in it. We were actually gonna start filling that up today, so I could start cycling it. And of course, nothing ever goes as planned. Like it would have been fine if just like the power had gone out and the pump house hadn't also been hit. We could
Yeah.
have water, but then the water went, and I was like, oh man, no. So tomorrow, hopefully, Brian can help me, you know, lug the big 5-gallon buckets of water to get it filled up.
And
And I,
then you'll go to a fish store and something will catch your eye, and all of a sudden, yeah, you've got 7 dove swimming around that.
yeah, I've already told everyone they're probably going to end up with an aquarium in their room. So, just
Yeah,
get
they
used
probably
to
will.
that. It's like one for you, and one for you, and maybe two for me in my bedroom. You know. And congratulations, AC, on the new grandkitty.
Grandkid?
No,
Grandkitty.
grandkitty.
Ah, I misunderstood. Yes, grandkitty.
Not that grandkids aren't great either, because they are. But
Well,
yeah.
I've always said in life, children are your job, grandkids are your paycheck. Great
Oh,
grandkids are a bonus.
big bonus. I'm hoping to see mine. My granddaughter turned 8 this year, so I'm like, wow, already 8. Ooh, and yeah, so that's fun. And what else has been going on in here? Let's see what's going on in the chat. And he's like, yeah, no more grandbabies. My kids are like, I've got one granddaughter, and my other kids are like, no, you know what? You got one, mom. That's it. That's all you're getting. I was like, we'll see about that. We will see.
Now I've got my two boys, and I keep waiting.
Yeah, if it's gonna happen, eventually it will. Uh, so
I'm not going to
and-
push.
yeah, yeah. I'm not be like, give me grandkids now. That'd be like kind of a little invasive right there. Uh, so have you gotten any new fishies lately?
Actually, no, I haven't. I've actually been. Well, I shouldn't say that. I made a trade. I picked up a group of dwarf neon rainbows that we're going to be set outside this summer, and we'll see if I can raise a bunch of them up. So
Sounds
that's
fun.
the only new thing I've gotten. Other than that, I've been actually trying to shuffle things out the door so I can tear down, reboot, and reorganize and play with what I already have.
Yeah, and I'm telling y'all, like I have like 3 nights this week. I've fallen asleep on the couch watching these little fish play because it's just so much fun. It's like my husband's gonna be like, "Why don't you want to sleep with me anymore?" It's like because the fish
Tell
aren't
them
in
to
the
grow
bedroom.
tell them to grow gills and wear fins. And,
There we go. Yeah.
just
Oh no, what did I do? Okay.
yeah. I
Sorry
have
about that. I thought I
created the
pressed a
mouse
button
wheel.
and everything was like kind of. Yes, you kind of uh yeah. I've kind of become kind of a monster with these little fishies, but they're so cute. They really are.
And our intervention is next week.
Big intervention party.
Yes,
It'll be fun.
with the under the sea theme. And I remember when they were planning, they forgot to put up music by Hootie and the Blowfish. And yes, Juju, I am putting fish out to sea. Well, I'm
Yeah,
moving them
Juju
on
doesn't know
to
how bad it
other
is.
keepers.
I've already.
Well, people have asked me, how many aquariums is too many? My response is aquariums are similar to tattoos. How much room do you have, and how much pain can you endure? That gave a chuckle
That
from
I am
one
starting
guy
to
who
see
was head to toe tattoos.
things.
Yes, hon, I have too many.
Oh, and I probably don't. I don't have that many yet. I'm three aquariums with fish in them. Sean's like, you have too many.
You don't
Hey,
hear me arguing
Sean.
too much.
uh, uh, but yeah. So okay, I'm sorry. I need to get back to asking the questions about the Skiffia too,
Okay,
because that's why we're here. Too,
that's why we're
because I
here.
do have some other questions. Um, so they're gonna eventually have some babies. I'm pretty sure of this already, because like I said, these girls are starting to get some tummies. Um,
Yes,
I have a hang on back filter, and I'm kind of worried they're gonna get sucked up in that bad boy. How do I prevent that from
I
happening?
wouldn't. I wouldn't worry. If in the wild they're dealing with river currents and everything, your hang on the back doesn't pull off of the surface. Fry usually stay in the top inch of the tank, which is
Okay.
why I told you to float some of that hornwort.
Okay.
They'll
And I
have the
did need
cover
to.
there, and that's where they'll stay until they get bigger. But generally, yeah, hang on the back filter is not a problem with fry.
Okay.
I-
I
If
was
if they were like a cichlid fry that take a little bit to get some size and really learn how to swim, then that could be a problem.
okay. Yeah, because I've
But
heard had
live
people.
bearer fry, not a problem. Pleco fry, not a problem.
And again, like I was trying to think back to when I had guppies as a kid, and they have babies all the time. I
Right.
couldn't remember it ever being a problem with their babies,
Nope.
but it's like you ended up with like so many. But I didn't have a hang on back filter until much later on, so it's just hard for me to remember. And then you get other people saying, well, just pop a sponge on it and on the intake of your hang on back filter, which probably is a good idea anyway. But I'm just glad to know it's not necessary in case before I get one, they start popping babies out.
Yeah, the biggest thing with guppy fry is the parents chasing them down and having a snack.
Yeah.
Not going to be a problem with the skiffia. The fry are going to be too big for them.
Okay. Um, and then uh, so the plecos, about those, I do have a question about them too. Do they
Sure.
all need caves or just the boys?
Generally, the only ones that need the caves are the males.
Okay.
And yes, they will. If you have two males in a cave or in a tank, they will fight over a single cave. Now,
Okay.
if you have two males that you know are male, you have need at least two caves, if not three. I'd like to keep at least one, if not two extra caves than I have males in a tank.
Okay.
And they will play musical caves unless they're sitting on eggs. The females will cruise around. They'll find their hiding spot that they like, behind a heater, behind the filter tubes, under in the wood, under a rock, inside a ship.
Um, and I've got some other little things I think can work as caves for them too. That I'm gonna get in the 20 long, because I kind of think I'm gonna move them to the 20 long, the plecos. Um, what else was I gonna say? Because I'm noticing like the little boys. I have that little pot in there, and
Yeah,
I keep calling them little boys, but the little ones like to
the,
go in the pot and hang out in there.
yeah, yeah. They're young and it's still hard to tell Yeah, maybe with a good with an experienced eye, you might be able to tell if you have male or female, but they're still too small to be 100% sure. Just like Mrs. Whiskers, she's still a little small. Could end up being male, but everything was saying that all the markers I look for were saying female.
Yeah, and like she still hasn't gotten like any bristles on her nose. She is getting a little bigger from when
Yeah.
I got her, but she is eating good, so that's probably helping. the the mystery snails have all gotten really big.
Oh yeah, they grow fast,
Um,
and there were a bunch of the little freshly hatched ones there too.
yeah, like I can finally see all of them in there. Um, I can't see them all because like they all hide and like come out at different times. But I'm starting to notice that some of them are different sizes, so it's like I've got more in here than I think I do. And I think I have another pond snail in here too, but he only comes out occasionally, and I'm trying to like quarantine him and get him out of there with the broccoli tonight. So I just popped a small piece in there. Hopefully, I can pluck them out
Yep.
and not get the mystery snails. Yeah, they can stay. They're staying right where they're at.
Yeah. No, it'd be nice when mystery snails. Uh, you're gonna have to. You'll have the. They'll have the tendency to start laying eggs when they're a little bit bigger than a quarter.
Okay.
But usually they'll be about the size of a golf ball before it becomes a real issue. And then when they get that big, you want the water level down about an inch on the tank because they'll crawl up to the space, crawl up to the water line and lay their eggs about an inch or two above the water line.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
they have,
because I was worried about that, and them actually like getting up into the hood.
well, they'll lay them right on the hood too.
Oh, okay.
I had I had one when I had my big Amazon sword that was growing, 6 foot tendrils out of the tank. Crawl up one of the tendrils about 6 inches to lay a clutch.
Oh my goodness,
Yes,
that is that was a snail on a mission right there.
that was that was. I woke up one morning going, "Oh, look at that." Yes, John is right. Those egg sacs hold a lot more than you realize.
Yeah, and I've even noticed that with the just the regular horned ram snails because
Yeah.
like I'll see a little like their little cluster of eggs, and then 2 days later when they've hatched, it's like 100 of them, and it's like
Yes.
how were there that many snails in there? Like, how?
Yes. Well, for ram's horns and pond snails, for every clutch you see, there's 2 to 7 you don't.
Oh boy. Yeah, that 10 gallon is like so badly infested with the orange ram snails. Like it's there's a lot of snails in there. So I'm about to start saying, hey, if anyone wants snails, I'm you can have them. Like come get them. Free food.
Free food. And eventually, I know, Juju, cover your ears. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you can crush them up and feed them to the fish.
Yeah.
It took Sean a while to do.
Yeah, and my daughter, both of them, both my kiddos, especially, one of them was like, you don't want to get snails because then you have to like euthanize them. And she's like, you can't do that, Mom. And I was like, if I have to, then we have to. It's not like there's going to be an insufficient amount of snails. Um, but the sea monkey tank, like that one, um, I have a lot of babies in there right now, more than I probably should, and
Yeah,
I could probably, call some of them out, but I'm not going to because that's a special little tank. They'll just stay in there. But I do have, brine shrimp eggs to feed, the fishies, because
right.
especially with the beta, because she's having a hard time eating anything that's not like flake food because she is so small. Like she was way too small to be sold, in my opinion. Like I could see like a parent getting that for a kid and that poor little fish not being able to eat.
Right. Um, I'll send you a link. A food I get from Ken's Fish. It's called Magic Pearls. It Yeah, it acts like baby brine shrimp. Has all the nutrition of baby brine shrimp, and it's basically a powder food used for fry.
Okay. Yeah, because even the little smallest floating beta pellet, like
Yeah,
she can't get them in her mouth,
right.
and that was like that made me really sad when I realized I'd gotten her food and she's trying to eat and she couldn't even eat it.
Now, if you take those beta pellets and actually crush them down to a powder, they would work.
Okay, I'm gonna have to find some way to get them crushed. I may have to invest in a mortar and pestle too, for that because those things are hard to break. I tried
Oh
to do it
yeah,
in a spoon and like I ended up shooting pellets everywhere.
do one pellet at a time,
I was
maybe
like,
at most three.
yeah, yeah, because that was my first thought too. Was like, okay, I'll try to break them in half, and they were like hard. I was like, how
Oh
does
yeah,
like these things are solid little rocks?
but they will crush.
Yes, um, I think we got them with a hammer, and then that's when I realized I still had brine shrimp bags, so I got her some of those. But um, she needs food, and I'm gonna try to keep her fed the best I can.
Yeah, yeah. I'll send you a link on that golden pearls.
Okay. Yeah, because I really would like to get her some food that's gonna actually benefit her, and not just me trying to give her whatever it is I think she can eat. Give her the right appropriate diet there.
Oh, another thing, if you do crush snails, the plecos will actually eat them. The Skiffia will eat crushed snails,
Okay.
and when you eventually get your Corys, they will love them.
Okay. Well, at least I'm glad that I know that they're gonna go to being food instead of uh,
Yes,
yeah.
instead of just being crushed to a mush and scraped into the trash. Yeah, that's kind of senseless.
And what you just said about leaving every critter alone. Yeah, except for the mice. I kind of get that too. Like, there's some things like you come in my house and it's game over. Like if I can catch you and you're not gonna bite me, then I'll put you out. But if you can bite and you're gonna attack me, then no, you're just gonna get squished.
Uh, Mosquito comes in my house, it's dead.
Yeah, mosquitoes are awful. Plus, they carry diseases. So, like, mosquitoes are another big one. Like, flies, too. Like, I will not hesitate to get some fly paper, some fly spray, and a fly swatter, and it will be game on. Like, we will go fly hunting. It'll be like, that episode of Breaking Bad where Walter White's trying to find that one fly, and he finally catches it, or doesn't catch it, and it's still there. That's me chasing around a fly. Um, so when are
Next
you going to
question.
start live streaming?
When am I going to
When are
start
you?
live streaming? It should be soon, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
I should put something on my site
yeah.
so everyone
See,
can follow. I was almost thinking of, you know, bring your torches and pitchforks and take shots at the nerd thing. I just have to figure out what I want to put on there.
yeah, and that was the biggest thing for me was trying to come up with what I was going to do every week, and then you know the sea monkey thing happened.
Yeah, and Sean saw that, and hey, I got the guy for you.
She absolutely do.
And
She
look
she
what's
did,
happened.
and I am so happy because you know like I said, I had fish when I was a kid. Said it several times, and I just it's very calming. It's very peaceful, and it's been really fun to have as a hobby. So, and it's kind of kept me from, you know, other things. Because I was like online a lot, but at least now that I'm online, I'm actually looking up stuff to like learn about stuff instead of, you know, creating havoc everywhere. Okay, I'm still doing that. I don't. Yeah,
Well, I will say there are some good videos out there on those Skiffia,
yeah.
and I think there's even one from Chicago Live Bearers Association where yours originated from.
Yeah, I need to check
Yeah,
that one up and like maybe get some video of them because I'd like to start making videos of them more than just shorts or even like live streaming them. I did play around like trying to live stream them one night, but I was having issues. But I think that was just because I was trying to use Restream and YouTube and OBS, and I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah,
yeah, and
that was that was fun.
they don't
It's like
hold
let's figure
still
it
too
out. But
much.
no, these guys are really fast swimmers.
But
The girls will hang.
that will all change in about 3 generations. There will be so many in that tank that it will be real easy to see.
At that point, they're gonna need a bigger tank. Yeah, I don't bug Juju as much anymore because I'm
Well, then
playing
I'm
with the
going to have to
fish.
start bugging Juju.
Yeah, and live streams were my original goal, to do live streams, but you kind of have to have a topic on them too, and it's like kind of want to do some like filler videos, you know, learn how to edit, making streams. I or not making streams, but making the shorts. When I finally started making shorts and figured out how to add music to them and um, all that other stuff, then it's like kind of opened up things for me. And I need to get Canva on this computer set up, logged in, and go back to making my thumbnails again because I got really lax. And um, I kind of want to get back into doing something structured and like maybe have like do the fish live stream one night a week and then get another couple topics going for the other 2 nights. Um, and uh, yeah, and that too. The hummingbirds have been a really big problem. Um, like I
They
said, I
move
tried to
fast.
learn the um, so trying to learn how to do the fish cam. One because Skiffia are fast swimmers. Um, it's with the camera I have. That's not really, uh, not really a thing I can do just yet until I have a few more in there. You just can't watch it. And the hummingbird streams, those again have been a problem only because my cats keep going out there and knocking the camera down when I set it up. So by the time I get in and go to turn it on, um, yeah, I don't have a camera set up in the same spot anymore. So I'm gonna have to. I'm trying. My goal for the hummingbirds is to get a camera mounted outside that I can leave outside, and I just haven't been able to um, find one that I've, because I don't know anything about cameras. So I need to find a channel that has done that and find out what they're using and kind of go with the camera like that, because, you know, the camera I have, the cats can just go out there and whap their little paws. Say, I mean, I literally was like, had the camera running and was watching it, and my kid's cat walked up and slapped it so it could get it out of his way. I was like, that's not even funny, but it kind of was.
What? And cats are positive proof that the world is not flat. Otherwise, cats would have knocked everything off of it by now.
Oh, absolutely. That is a good idea. Um, but I don't know, because like, and I know they're like motion activated, and that's another thing because I don't know enough about cameras. Um,
I don't know if a trail cam would pick up a hummingbird.
yeah, maybe not a hummingbird. The fish, they might, they might be
Eh,
able to catch that movement, but
I think the
hummingbirds.
fish might still be too small.
Because the one day I caught the hummingbirds in the my sage plants, that I sat there for 3 hours trying to be able to get the camera going and catch him in there. And I caught him in there for like 30 seconds and then he was gone. So, um, you know, yeah. And I do have a tree that is across from where the feeders is. I could try that, but that's an investment. Like, it's kind of like, you go and you buy this camera, but if it doesn't work and you can't return it, or by the time you find out it's not going to work, and then you can't return it, and you've just ended up with this hundred of camera that cost you a couple $100, and that's a big risk to buy something you don't know if it's going to work. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I have hundreds of hummingbirds out there like coming through this year. It's crazy how many we have. I haven't seen this many hummingbirds in like the past 5 years. So I'm guessing more people in my community are putting feeders out and they're finding them. Because I know two of my neighbors have started putting them out. So I'm guessing more people up at the front of our community have also done that. And the only problem with that is Dave is corded. Um, and so Dave has to be connected to a power source or to the laptop. So I have to find a cord that's like a couple 100 feet long to bring it into the house or sit by it. And yeah, so I'm still trying to figure it out. I would like to get a wireless camera to where I could just pop the live stream on and let it go. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure it out. They're knocking over little Dave, my little it's my little webcam guy. I just sit him out there and then bam. I know it's annoying. I know I'm stressful. I suck. But and plus I need to figure out one, how to even use Dave the correct way, because I'm pretty sure I'm not using that camera right, because it's got like, it's supposed to be a 1080p camera and I know I'm not getting 1080p out of that. So you know It is what it is. All right, y'all. We're pushing an hour, and um, just rambling at this point.
Rambling is okay.
Yeah.
You haven't tried to put a picture of the shrimp up yet.
No, and I haven't done that only because it's been. I don't have adequate light over there right now. I need to try to move um, the light that I have on the one aquarium over for it and try to get them up because
You haven't lost any, have you?
no, actually, I have not lost any. Wait, okay, I take that back. I did lose one.
You lost one.
I did lose one, so there's 9 left. Um, but when he was in the bag, he did not look so great. So
Did you count 10 or did you count 12 that were
I
in the bag?
counted 10.
Okay. Usually they put in an extra, but
Okay, yeah, I did count 10 in there, um, and there's still 9 in the tank. I think the snails ate the one that died before I could get to it. uh,
circle of life.
yeah, but the others are doing great. I
Good.
mean, they're like I catch them hanging upside down in the hornwort, cleaning it, and
Yep.
um, you know, it's and they're even fun to watch. It's just they're so small, and I've been trying to film them on my phone camera, and I keep like as I zoom in on them, it gets blurry,
Yep.
and I think that's because of the sunlight going on in the tank. So I'm
Also,
gonna,
the phone camera starts focusing on the glass and not what's behind it. And
yeah. Uh, but I do have a black backing for it to put on, and their lights should be here between Monday and Wednesday this week. So hopefully I'll have the lights set up and I can try to get better pictures of them.
yeah,
Um,
when they mature enough and start multiplying, you will soon have about 100 little shrimpies in there.
yeah, and I found a few people in my area that also have like the reds and the greens,
Yes.
and if I can get after I get the other tank set up, and I know I can that I've already talked to them, sent messages. Once I get everything else set up and I can set up another shrimp tank, I kind of want to get another color too, and then we'll have
And then you start. Then you have the other tank for your coals and what's called. Then you make the Skittles tank.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my friends that have done shrimp, they always have a Skittles tank, and
Um,
that's every color they have of the ones that just aren't quite up to what they want. Just
yeah.
like anyone with that raises guppies has the mixed tank. Oh, it's a nice guppy. It's not bad enough to feed to the Oscar, but not good enough to stay in the colony. So you go over to the mixed tank.
And yeah, I have it's fun, and that's the one thing I really want to film the shrimp is on the floating plants, because they're literally just hanging upside down there cleaning them, and it's
Yep,
so fun to watch. It's like, why are you're just upside down eating there, buddy? So yeah,
because they can.
it's been fun. Yeah,
If you could do it,
but
you would do it too.
oh, absolutely. If I could hang upside down on a chandelier and eat some ice cream, that would be a fun video to watch, but I would probably fall in face plants. Speaking of worms, um, uh, but yes, GGB, we would love for you to come back and stream, but I'm not gonna pressure you.
I'm not going to
Only
pressure
a little
either.
bit, just a little bit of peer pressure there. Come straight. But there we go. Okay, that's all you get from me. Speaking of worms, so apparently in my soil, I thought I had gone through it well enough, and apparently there was a worm, a earthworm in the soil that I used, and he came out of the soil, and the Skiffia got to him.
And the
They ate
Skiffia
him.
devoured him. Oh, yes.
Oh, they devoured him. They were
Yes.
very happy with that.
Um, check at the one of the fish stores you go to in in their frozen. Get what they call bloodworms.
Okay.
They're not really worms, but they act as worms. And you just break off a little corner and you float it in there, and they will go crazy for it. And it is excellent, excellent food. Really conditions them, and pretty much everything. Yeah, your Skiffia will eat them. The Plecos will eat them. Corys love them. And it's a good way to get them conditioned for spawning.
Oh, cool.
And some stores, although right now there's been a shortage from the where they're produced and raised, but blackworms, live blackworms, you can get as a live food, and they have been very, very tough to get, and that's probably the best live food to give anything.
Yeah. I see. It's like I don't. I'm learning about all the stuff. What you can feed them, what you can't feed them. See, when I was a kid, it was like, okay, you go buy some little goldfish food or some
Right?
tropical fish food, and
You buy
that was your choice.
you buy the flake and you give them flake. Well, now you're learning that certain things eat different things. You get wafers and pellets, and then the pellets break down to sinking pellets or floating pellets, and then you get a 2 millimeter pellet or a 6 millimeter pellet.
Yeah, it's like all the different sizes, and then there's the gel food that you can stick on the glass of the tank.
Yep. And then there's this wonderful food called rapashi that you mix up like Jello.
Oh wow.
Excellent food, slightly expensive, but excellent food for many, many fish.
Well, I'll have to look into that one. Maybe get
Yes.
that for a treat for home. Okay, water changes on the Skiffia tank. Um, how often do I need to do the water changes? This is probably going to be my last question here, and then we're
Uh,
going to.
water changes once a week type thing, just normal maintenance.
Okay.
They don't need an extremely clean tank, but they don't want a dirty tank either.
Okay.
Um, if things start looking a little mucky, yeah, water change. But
Yeah.
yeah, your standard 20% max once a week is good.
Okay. Yeah, because again, I was gonna do one like at least a half water change tonight in the 20 gallon, and then I'm glad I didn't go ahead and drain it first because then the water went out, and I was like, that would have been so bad.
Yeah.
That
Now
was
your shrimp tank, on the other hand, that can get a little dirty. In the shrimp tank, I would just top off what what evaporates.
okay.
Oh yeah, Juju, I told you what I wouldn't talk about, but what I did find was fudge covered Nutter Butters.
Ooh,
I have been enjoying them.
that sounds yummy.
Oh, they are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Don't
I,
clean the filter and the water at the same time.
okay, one or the other. Okay,
One or the
gotcha.
other. Maybe do a water change Tuesday, and then Thursday, deal with the filter.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up, I guess, for tonight, and I'll be back Wednesday. Probably do Tuesday next week. See what's going on. Uh, gonna keep trying again. Like I said, I'm trying to get the whole camera situation down for the hummingbirds because they are all back. They are all feeding out here. I got so many of them this year, and it's kind of cool. And they're chasing, like right now, they're chasing, trying to mate. So I'm gonna try to get pictures, at least videos of that, if not streams. And hopefully, we will have Fish Nerd back again soon.
No, I'll always be around.
Yeah. But uh, Thursday night, I will see the Shenanigans crew over at Shenanigans, and I really need to pull links and drop those. So, um, but yeah, Thursday night on Shenanigans, I'll be over there hanging out, and Wednesday I'll probably be back for a stream, and then back again Sunday, and that's pretty much what I got going on. In the middle of the night, if y'all see me streaming, it's probably me trying to get the fish cam set up, and figured out. So if you come in and I'm not talking, that's why, because I'm just playing around. But other than that, I'll see y'all guys next week or
Yay!
later this week, something like that.
We'll be around.
All right. Yeah, what are y'all doing over there? It's the mental health hangout this week, or is that pushed back?
No, red carpet, roasted or
It's the red
toasted.
carpet, roasted or toasted. That's right. I was trying to pull it up, but my computer is like being way too slow here. It's like, no, I don't want to pull up YouTube for you. Yeah, not gonna do it. Mm. I cannot wait to get up
Grace, I still say,
the roast.
it,
Okay,
it will go roasted, toasted, or would fish nerd wear it?
that's a good one. Oh yeah, Saturday night Black Mirror night on Clears. So I'll be over there too on first episode. So okay, before Saturday, everyone, we got to watch that first episode of Black Mirror. So I will get on that probably tonight. All right, good night, everyone. I'll see y'all later.
Good night and sleep well,
Bye.
everyone.